There is a really quick and simple way to claw back so much of your time while you're working on your comic. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can turn 15 minutes into countless hours. While you're making your comic, you're going to be clicking around, opening different folders, looking for your various references and character designs. And this works for most of us most of the time, but when you add up all that time clicking and searching around for different references, it adds up pretty quickly. We don't even notice it, and if you're like me and you only have small windows of opportunities to work on your comic, then you need to manage your time smarter, which is where this bad boy comes in. This is where my characters, script, and everything else I need to work on my comic live. Now, if I go into my script here, you'll see exactly what I mean. This is the first thing I load when I'm working on my comic because you kind of need to know what you're supposed to be drawing for that evening, right? What I used to do is have a script on a Google Doc on one screen, my references on another, and then the screen that I'm drawing on. And I'd often spend most of my time looking at both of these screens and not at that one. Now, I'm a very lucky boy and I have 3 screens to work with, but you may only have 2. But even if you do have 3, saving screen space is amazingly powerful. And this is how I've been able to do it. Within this Notion page, I have my script on the left and my character designs on the right. And because they're not only on one page, but they're right next to each other, I'm not having to twist my head back and forth between screens, which when you do that hundreds of times over several hours, causes quite significant neck ache. So now all I need to do is click into one of these images here and I have my character references. I can resize the individual images if I need to, and I can even change the size of the entire page if I want more room. If I need more than one, I can easily just click out of here and into a different character, and I'm doing this all on the same screen in the same place. What's more, it doesn't matter how long my script is either, I'll always have access to this button right here, because whenever I add a page into my script, I just press this button, add in my script, and a character references button is generated alongside it. This has had the single biggest impact on me creating my comic because it's given me so much more time to actually work on the comic. It also means that I now have an extra screen to fit in whatever else I need. That might be an additional or one-off reference or a podcast or my Discord chat. So how do you use a planner like this? Well, you can buy mine, link in the description, and you can follow along with the instructional video that comes with it, or you can make your own. I use Notion because it's free, but I'm sure there are alternatives out there that do a similar thing. I'm not sponsored by Notion, so it doesn't really matter to me. A lot of you may have dabbled in using some sort of planner in the past where you organize everything and you feel really great about it, but then you stop using it over time and you go back to old habits. And you find that you're spending more time in the planner and less time in your comic. That was me before I made mine, and it was through making mine that I really understood what the point of using the planner was. It's a waste of time to use a planner that you're not actively using, so that's the first thing that you need to get right. For me, one of the biggest things that a planner does is it takes a lot of the thinking energy away from you and it burdens that for you. So you can spend more of your energy on creative things like making your comic. I said that in a really weird way. Why? My planner does that for me. Even something as simple as having your script and your references on one screen just simplifies the process. So if you decide to make your own, which is the most cost-effective but also the most time-intensive version of this, then consider what your biggest pain points are and think about the things that take time away from making your comic and see if you can build something that either eliminates or lessens those pain points. It could be that you get distracted easily by other things, so putting something like a Pomodoro timer in there can help you focus on warm-ups or work on your comic in short bursts. This also helps if you suffer from joint or back pain because it encourages you to stop and stretch at regular intervals. Maybe you're someone who likes to take a big task like a comic and break it down into bite-sized goals so you can implement some sort of task tracker within your planner. If you do decide to create your own, just make sure that it serves your specific needs. Everyone is different and we all struggle with different things, so don't think that your planner needs to look like anybody else's. Not only does it not have to look the same, but it probably shouldn't. And if you do choose to download my planner, then it's highly editable so you can change it to whatever fits you. Comics are hard enough to create on their own, and we often make them harder by not being more organized or by wasting time or by taking on too much. And in this video, I'll show you how taking on too much will burn you out and how to fix it.